Welcome to Coffee with Eric. I'm Eric, and this is Coffee. I used to hate this joke, but it has grown on me over the years. It goes like this. There once was a young man, pretty typical young man, making his way in the world, pursuing his career, finding out who he was. And he had a grandfather that he rarely saw, because his grandfather lived in a cabin on the side of a mountain. And it had been a few years since his last visit, but this young man decided, it's time. I should go see my grandpa. So he makes the drive up the winding road, and he arrives at his grandpa's cabin. His grandpa wasn't expecting him. It was a surprise visit, so he was overjoyed to see him. He's like, "Oh, grandson!" And his grandson's like, "Grandpa!" And they embrace, they hug. And Grandpa says, "Hey, can I get you something to drink? Let me get you a glass of water. Come in, come in." So they come into the cabin, and the grandson's kind of looking around. And it's even more rustic than he remembers. He's not sure how he feels about his grandpa living here, but he seems happy. So his grandpa comes back and hands him a glass of water, and his grandson takes it and he says, Hey, Grandpa, this glass you gave me, it's kind of smudgy and dingy and dirty. Did you grab one of your dirty dishes?" And his grandpa shrugs and says, "That's as clean as cold water gets 'em." His grandson's like, "Okay." Kind of finds a clean corner of the cup and drinks it. But they sit down and they have small talk, catch up on how each other's doing. Grandpa's talking about this new batch of moonshine he's working on, and his grandson's like, "Moonshine?" But things are pleasant. And then Grandpa looks and he has a fire going, and there's a cast iron pot on it, and it's starting to boil over. And he says, "Oh, the soup's ready. Let me get you some soup." And his grandson's like, "No, I'm probably gonna go real soon." His grandpa's like, "No, just stay. I'll get you some soup. It's fine. It's good." So he goes over. He gets 2 bowls and gets the soup out, and he hands a bowl of soup to his grandson. And his grandson looks at it and he says, "Grandpa, this bowl you gave me, it's got dirt caked on it. It's super gross, if I'm being honest. It's not clean at all." And his grandpa says, "Well, that's as clean as cold water gets 'em." His grandson's like, "Okay." But eventually, the grandson is able to just kind of relax and have a nice, long, friendly talk with his grandpa. And they have a great visit. It goes really well. Both of them are happy and laughing, and a couple hours pass by quickly. But it does come time when the grandson says, "Time for me to get going." And the grandpa says, "Yep, I understand. You got your life to live, but this has been really great. Thank you." So they walk outside the cabin, and grandson kind of stops in his tracks. There's a dog between him and his cars, growling and snarling at him. And the grandson's like, "Grandpa, your dog isn't letting me get to your car." And the grandpa's like, "Oh, let me take care of it." He says, "Cold water, leave that boy alone."